First off, I want to say shalom, salam, assalamu alaikum, hotep, black power, whatever's your favorite. The Nanesh, Akamjata, and Kamelahi. Habim with Knox and Queens, I'm feeling it in. Yes, I pray, I believe in the truth and the planting of these seeds. Yeah, yes, I pray, I believe in the impossible things that's unseen. Yeah, yes, I pray, I believe.
Shalom, Shabbat Shalom, everyone. This is UZZIYAHU Ben Yehuda, aka UZZIYAHU HaMelech. This is BYSA TZEDAKAH. Now we're just going to keep going to the parts, y'all. It's the 8 sets of scripture for times of the Gentiles is white supremacy. This is part 3. Y'all know what it is. Let's get right to it. Okay. All right. The third set of scriptures is Genesis 13 through 14. And here it goes. And he said to Abram, know for certain that your seed are to be sojourners in a land that is not theirs, and shall serve them, and they shall afflict them 400 years. But the nation whom they serve, I am going to judge, and afterward let them come out with great possessions. Let me say it again. Know for certain that your seed are to be sojourners in a land that is not theirs, and shall serve them, and they shall afflict them 400 years, not 200 and something years, 400 consecutive straight years. But that nation they serve, I am going to judge, and afterward let them come out with great possessions. Let me say this. Genesis 15, 13 through 14 states, and it was prophesied that Abraham's seed would be in a foreign land to serve and be afflicted for 400 years. BYSA, Bnei Yisrael, children of Israel, black people who are known today as FBA, have been here in the United States for 406 years and counting, continuing to serve and to suffer under the times of the Gentiles, white supremacy. Soon as we got here, we was being afflicted before we arrived here. The Middle Passage, before we arrived here. Now it's on record that they're claiming 1619, which was deep, right? Because 1619, well, let's get into it. 1619 to 2019 is 400 years. Ladies and gentlemen, what happened after 2019? The whole world shut down with a plague. People were dying worldwide. And it has not, and the world was shut down for like 2-3 years. We'd have fires. We just had a blood moon. Nothing has been getting easier since 2019. A lot of people like to say, hey, yo, 1619, 2019, that's not for real. All I want to say is nothing has been calm. Nothing has returned back to normal. Nothing has been the same. And what's even more interesting, after 2019, a big persecution happened to our people. Not only was it a worldwide plague, the world finally witnessed that we was persecuted on the world stage, what we call George Floyd, and many other different things after that. Countless killings, persecutions. Look at us now. We're getting religiously and politically attacked. And the world has heard that we are B'nai Israel as well. The greatest rapper right now know that he's a Hebrew. So it's no coincidence, y'all. First Africans in Virginia. The first documented Africans in Virginia arrived here in August 1619 on the White Lion, an English privateer based in the Netherlands. Colonial officials traded food for these 20 and odd Africans who had been captured from a Portuguese slave ship. Now, Portuguese, remember this later on, because in my other parts, that's going to make sense. Among present-day Hampton's earliest African residents were Anthony and Isabella. Their son, William, was the first child of African ancestry, known to have been born in Virginia, 1624. Many of the earliest Africans were held as slaves, but some individuals became free. A legal framework. Okay, it said lifelong slavery in Virginia evolved during the 1600s. The United States abolished slavery in 1865. Here's the summary. Abraham is the patriarch of B'nai Israel, children of Israel, BYSA, right? Because we, just, I guess, African Americans who just view themselves as African Americans or Black people, they're now identifying themselves as FBA. We are part of FBA because we are the ones who was brought here. But when it comes down to our understanding of who we are, right? We proclaim ourselves as B'nai Yisrael, Shemitic African. So BYSA is keeping in mind the 12 tribes wherever we were scattered. We were scattered worldwide, so we don't have a 12 tribe chart. We just know we were scattered everywhere. And so, but the time of the Gentiles, the white supremacy, that is the evidence of who Israel is in this worldwide slave trade, right? Abraham was called Eber, which means Hebrew. So the descendants of Abraham are Hebrews. Genesis 14:13, Abram the Hebrew. Abraham descends from Noah's son Shem. Hence, his descendants are Shemitic. The definition of Hebrew says 1, a member of the Shemitic peoples inhabiting ancient Palestine and claiming descent from Abraham, Isaac, and Yaakov, Israelite. 2, a Shemitic language from the Afro-Asiatic family, the language of the ancient Hebrews, now the national language of Israel. The patriarchs, Abraham, Isaac, and Yaakov, I refer to them as Ach, which means Afro-Asiatic Shemitic Hebrew. Why? Because in the definition of Hebrew, you see Shemitic and you see Afro-Asiatic. So I just put it in proper order. Afro-Asiatic Shemitic Hebrew. And BYSA, B'nai Israel Shemitic African, who are us, the children of Israel, are the descendants of Ash. So Ash is our patriarchs, is our forefathers. That's our beginning. So when I refer to ourselves as Ash, right, that's Afro-Asiatic Shemitic Hebrews. And then when you get to Yaakov, whose name was changed to Israel, his children, his descendants, us today, we're BYSA. So BYSA is Ash. We are also known as Hebrew Israelites. I just like to be more specific. Where you see 662 times, we was referred to as the children of Israel, which is B'nai Israel. So that's why, we're Hebrew Israelites, right? We're Afro-Asiatic, we're Shemitic, we're Hebrews. But just to make it clean and simple, we're BYSA. All right. And BYSA is not a camp or clique or none of that. BYSA is talking about us. Like, you know, I remember one thing that I seen where the Asians, they had the AAPI. I think Asian American Pacific Islanders, that means like the Japanese, Chinese, all the different Asians, they wasn't divided, they were under one. That's what BYSA is. BYSA is us who are in Ethiopia, us who are in South Africa, Zimbabwe, us who was in Ghana, Liberia, Nigeria, you know, us who went to the islands, us who went to Brazil, us who was in Madagascar, us in America. That's us BYSA. Now, Yehuda, you know, we gonna be the gatherers, you know what I'm saying, of our people. But, you know what I'm saying? But that's representing the 12 tribes. But of course, the leader is Yehuda, Judah, you know, and our king is YAHOSHUA HaMashiach. You know, so that's why we deal with the red, black, and green, to let you know us, Yehuda from 70 AD is under that red, black, and green. But I also have another flag, which is red, purple, and blue, to represent ancient Israel, the northern tribes that was taken by the Assyrians. Now, as a totality, our colors is red, purple, and blue. But right now, until we like all come together, the flag is red, black, and green. But we do have the red, purple, and blue flags for those as well. So our nation right now has two flags. We have our ancient flag and we have our modern flag. So we are the unique BYSA nation, the unique nation that has two flags. But let me continue. All right. So Abraham, Hebrew descendants, we will be sojourners in a land not theirs. These Hebrew descendants will serve them, or to be servants and slaves. This didn't happen in Egypt because remember, there was a time and period where Joseph, he brought his family in. They was in Geshem. You know what I'm saying? They wasn't serving the whole time. And then rose a Pharaoh who knew not Joseph. And then he found out that they were many. And then they got persecuted. But they wasn't getting persecuted the whole, soon as we got here, and it's 406 years and counting, we haven't had any rest. We've been persecuted. White supremacy has been over our head, whitewashing, and we're still being afflicted to this day. 2025 today, and it's still happening. The nation that these Hebrew descendants shall serve will be judged, and the Hebrews will come out with great possessions. Bnei Yisrael, children of Yisrael, which are the Hebrew descendants of Abraham, has been in the United States from 1619 to 2019, which is 400 years. And it is now 2025. So it is a 406 years and counting. And we are continuing to suffer under white supremacy in the times of the Gentiles. That the Messiah, YAHOSHUA HaMashiach, Joshua, who the world incorrectly calls Jesus Christ, stated. And we get hate from most nations on this earth. Thank you for watching. May Yah bless you. May Yah keep you. May he shine his face upon you and give you peace. I'll see you guys again on the next part, which is part 4. This part was a little bit long because I just want to key in on that. You know, it wasn't a lot of scriptures or a lot of content, but I just had to say some things in this one. So, so hey, hallelujah, all praise to Yah in the Son Yahoshua's name. I'll see you next part. Shalom, shalom.
Yes, I pray, I believe in Yahweh, Elohim, and YAHOSHUA is King. Yes, I pray, 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 I pray 5 times a day, 5 times a day. Yeah.
I'm Afro-Asiatic, yeah. Hebrew Israelite, Shemitic descent. Man, she's Afro-Asiatic. I'm Afro-Asiatic, yeah. Southern, I am Central, but we still have descent. Yo.